Attorney General Merrick Garland announced a special counsel will investigate Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden. Let's watch.
In a July 2023 letter to Congress, Mr. Weiss said that he had not to that point requested special counsel designation. On Tuesday of this week, Mr. Weiss advised me that in his judgment, his investigation had reached a stage at which he should continue his work as a special counsel, and he asked to be so appointed. Upon considering his request, as well as the extraordinary circumstances relating to this matter, I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint him as special counsel. This appointment confirms my commitment to provide Mr. Weiss all the resources he requests. It also reaffirms that Mr. Weiss has the authority he needs to conduct a thorough investigation and to continue to take the steps he deems appropriate independently, based only on the facts and the law. Mr. Weiss will also continue to serve as U.S. Attorney for the District of Delaware. As special counsel, he will continue to have the authority and responsibility that he has previously exercised to oversee the investigation and decide where, when, and whether to file charges. The special counsel will not be subject to the day-to-day supervision of any official of the department, but he must comply with the regulations, procedures, and policies of the department. Consistent with the special counsel regulations, at the conclusion of Mr. Weiss's work, he will provide me with a report explaining the prosecution or declination decisions reached by him. As with each special counsel who has served since I have taken office, I am committed to making as much of his report public as possible, consistent with legal requirements and department policy. Today's announcement affords the prosecutors, agents, and analysts working on this matter the ability to proceed with their work expeditiously and to make decisions indisputably guided only by the facts and the law.
If you've been listening to Republicans for the past few years, you would know that all they talk about is Hunter Biden and investigating him. So you would think that Merrick Garland's announcement today would be a moment of joy, a reason to pop some champagne bottles and really celebrate. But that is exactly the opposite of what is happening. Let's watch Fox News talk about a discussion they had with Congressman Jim Jordan's spokesperson.
We are getting our first reaction from congressional Republicans about what has transpired within the last hour. We're hearing from a spokesperson for Congressman Jim Jordan, who is the chair of House Judiciary, and it makes it very clear that they don't believe David Weiss is the right man to handle this job as special counsel, even though he was the one overseeing the Hunter Biden probe to begin with. A spokesperson for the congressman saying that they don't believe he can be trusted and that they believe that the whistleblower's testimony has already painted a pretty damning light on where things stand with this investigation. But one of the key points going forward is the time frame here, because A, you've got a presidential election gearing up here every day, inching closer and closer. Will the special counsel still plan to testify before Congress, either in September or October? The Justice Department had already offered 4 different dates that we knew that David Weiss was going to be available to talk to those lawmakers. Whether or not that's put on hold now that he's a special counsel is yet to be seen. We have certainly seen special counsels go and testify before Congress before, but that's traditionally after their work is finished, their reports have been compiled, and the information disseminated.
There you have it. Jim Jordan getting into the action right away in order to lower the bar for this special counsel. So, of course, he's going to attack David Weiss, attack the Department of Justice, because Jim Jordan he definitely knows that the special counsel is not going to find anything. Because Jim Jordan, these Republicans in Congress, in the Senate, all the Trump mega morons, they've been using private investigators for years to try to nail Hunter Biden, and they can't do it. And when you think about it this way, you've got private investigators who aren't shackled by the justice system going and doing whatever they can to try to paint Hunter Biden as this criminal. And then you've got a special counsel who is, he has to respect Hunter Biden's rights. So if they've had years of trying to investigate Hunter Biden on their own using very, very shady tactics, a special counsel who is going to, like the reporter said in that clip, he's going to have to sit in front of Congress for hours and discuss his investigation. There is no way he is going to find anything if these private investigators couldn't find anything for years. And Jim Jordan knows this. The Republican Party knows this. And so they have to attack the special counsel right away. They have to delegitimize it right away. And this wasn't just Jim Jordan. Nikki Haley, a Republican presidential candidate, also got in on the action.
Pence, Chuck Grassley there at the state fair reacting to the news. How are you responding?
I don't trust it. I don't think the American people trust it. I don't think that the American people trust the Department of Justice or anything this is going to do. I think that this was meant to be a distraction. It's not a distraction. I think the Bidens are on a sinking ship. And I think this is our opportunity to make sure not only that we get a new president in the White House, but that we go and we clean house in the Department of Justice while we're at it.
So you've got a Republican congressman, Republican presidential candidate, and the Republican propaganda network, Fox News, also trying to hit the special counsel.
You know, it's kind of hard to convey my feelings because I am furious. Number one, stop laughing, Lawrence. Number one, okay, this guy Weiss is compromised. He is untruthful. He is not capable of being a special counsel. Number one, a special counsel should be from outside the government, not someone inside the government, because this is a conflict of interest case. Okay, but more importantly is this. David Weiss is the one who put together the plea deal that was rejected by a federal judge. That plea deal was not only a sweetheart deal, it was corrupt. What it did was it gave Hunter Biden legal immunity in perpetuity. That means for the rest of his life, he could never be charged with a crime. Now, the amazing part of it is then Weiss lied. And he said, but the case is still under investigation. Why? Because he didn't want the Republican House to investigate. So then Merrick Garland comes out and he says Tuesday, Weiss said he wants to be a special counsel. Why? Weiss finished his investigation. Weiss said he had all the power that he needed. He told Jim Jordan that in June. So why today does he need a special counsel? Plus, he wanted to bathe him in legal immunity. And it gets even better than this. The fact is that this plea deal not only prevented anyone from going forward, but the same guy who tries to pull the wool over the American people's eyes and the federal judge's eyes, it's a contradiction because now he is stopping the congressional investigation by saying that this case is still underway, preventing Congress again from interviewing all the players. And let me
Now, if you couldn't understand Judge Deneen Pirro there, don't worry about it. Her logic made no sense. It was actually kind of meant to just confuse you because the reality is this special counsel's not going to find anything. The Republican Party knows this. Hunter Biden is going to look better after this special counsel is finished. And again, it goes back to this special counsel. He's going to have to go before Congress and he's going to testify before these Republican congressmen. And these Republican congressmen are going to be made to look like fools. So look forward to that hearing months from now when this is all said and done, because the Republican Party is a joke. You can't even negotiate with this extreme Republican Party because all they're going to do is move these field goal posts and attack our country. Attack our country, attack the president, attack the Department of Justice, attack the FBI, because their party is so dirty. They're so extreme. They go to great lengths to try to control power, and a lot of times it's illegal, and they end up getting investigated. So of course, you're going to have Republicans who finally get their wish for a special counsel to investigate Hunter Biden, but they know, right, from the years of investigating him that there's really no there. And the special counsel, sure as hell, is not going to find it if they couldn't find it with their private investigators for years. So this is it's just another wild day in politics. You've got the Department of Justice announcing something that Republicans have wanted for years. And what do Republicans do? they crap all over it, because that's who the Republican Party is. Nothing is ever good enough for them, because the game that they're playing is just dirty.